International inspectors will have unprecedented access. If Iran cheats, the world will know it. If we see something suspicious, we will inspect it. If Iran violates the deal, sanctions can be snapped back into place.
That was President Obama in 2015 touting the benefits of his controversial Iran nuclear deal. Now there are new reports that Iran is secretly getting nuclear weapons technology and parts to North Korea, helping North Korea advance its own program. That's according to reports from top British intelligence officials. With me now, John Bolton, the former U.S. ambassador to the UN. Ambassador Bolton, it's good to see you.
Glad to be with you, Liz.
Okay, straighten me out here. How did North Korea suddenly go from having medium-range missiles routinely, chronically fail and explode on the launch pads to suddenly being able to shoot a missile at U.S. cities or over Japan in such a short time?
Well, actually, they've been working on it a long time, and you know, this British intelligence report or leak or whatever it is actually very interesting, because the evidence may point in the other direction, that it's been North Korea that's assisted Iran's ballistic missile program and maybe assisting Iran's nuclear program. But I don't think there's any doubt over the past 25 years there's been extensive cooperation between Iran and North Korea. Absolutely on ballistic missiles. We know that for a fact beyond dispute. And I think quite likely on the nuclear side, too. I think it's possible. I think it's worth asking the question whether a good part of Iran's uranium enrichment program isn't buried under a mountain in North Korea.
Ambassador, did the Obama administration acknowledge at any point, or did any official in the Obama administration know at any point that Iran and North Korea would be sharing nuclear weapons technology?
I don't think they paid much attention to it. I don't think they understood the implications. I don't think they cared about it. I think it's part and parcel of the Obama administration's Bobbsey twins do nuclear proliferation approach. So it shouldn't be any surprise they didn't understand that one way for Iran to evade inspections and intelligence was to do their nuclear work somewhere else. And we have an example of that. This is not hypothetical.
Should they have known about it? Should the Obama administration have known about this? Go ahead.
Absolutely. Look, in September of 2007, before Obama was elected or took office, Israel destroyed a nuclear reactor being built in the desert in Syria. Being built by whom? By North Koreans. It was essentially a replica of North Korea's reactor at Yongbyon. Now, what were North Koreans doing in the middle of the desert in Syria? Were they there because of their long history and close cultural association with Syria? They were there trying to hide illicit nuclear activity. Fortunately, Israel found it. Who paid for it? I think it's possible it was Iran.
Okay, Ambassador, let's move on to 9/11. It has been 16 years since the September 11 terror attacks to the nation. Here's a clip from some of Fox coverage from that day.
There was another one. We just saw another one. We just saw another one apparently go. Another plane just flew into the second tower. This has to be deliberate, folks.
Now, Ambassador, we have news reports coming in that the 5 remaining 9/11 suspects, they remain detained in Guantanamo Bay. They've got a trial date expected in 2019. Among them is Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. He's the alleged mastermind of the attacks. It's 16 years, no trial yet, delayed on many issues related to the men's detention and all sorts of other issues. What do you make of the fact there hasn't been a trial yet?
Well, I think it shows that the whole thing has been a charade. Frankly, I would not have put them on trial. I simply would have taken them all, put them in solitary confinement, and said, when the war on terror is over, that is to say, when your side stops, then by analogy to the Geneva Convention, you can leave. And as long as the war on terror goes on, you're going to stay in solitary confinement.
What happens, do you think, with them?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, they can stay in git mode until they die.
All right. Ambassador Bolton, good to see you. Thanks for coming on the show.